Let me go and find the same video so I can watch it with you guys and watch the comments. There it is. All right. If you're on here, go and sound off so I know who's here and who's not. And then we'll jump into the action. Let me do a quick audio check on the volume. Cool. And the volume's working too. Where is... Oh, there it is. Couldn't find my cool little thing to mount my phone in. There we go. So I can see your guys' chats. Hey, Gregory. Thanks for joining us. All right. Hey, Mike. Thanks for joining us. So, as you guys know, I'm trying to work on creating a better lava system for my Snake Mountain Classics, and maybe eventually have it be for the new Snake Mountain we're going to get here in a couple weeks. So, one thing I tried was this light source right here. Let me show you. Ooh, it's dark in here. And it looks kind of bright on camera, but in reality, it's actually not really that bright in person. And I bought a red one and an orange one and a yellow off yellow one and a whole bunch to try to use them all. And then my next thing, which actually was before this, was this right here, which actually hooks onto the top of the lava, and it uses two little small batteries. And you can see how it lights up. Let me turn off the light so you guys can see the difference in the brightness. The brightness, where is the light switch? I just used it a second ago. There it is. So you can see, let me stop this one from flashing. Let's turn it on solid. And you can see the difference in the brightness of these two. And so then I decided what would be really cool is if I was to use something like this right here. And this is the power supply. You can change the 9 volts and 12 volts. And then plug it into a battery pack like this. Then I can have a lot more battery than just those little pen batteries. And so I did. So check this out. This is my newest thing. Let's do this thing. And here is that piece right here. And then here's the plug that it has for an extra adapter. And I just soldered this right onto that extra adapter right there. Let me get a secondary light so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. I got some charging on the floor down here. Let me grab one. Brand new, freshly charged lights. Boop. There we go. So you can see I soldered that together, and they're not very long, so I had to solder in between with some heat shrink tubing, and I could put 4 on there, which will hold 12 volts. And then I just plug this right into this, like so. Burp. Ugh. And now that it's plugged in, I can now plug this into my extra battery pack here. Let's see how charged it is. It's only got 2 clicks left on it. You can see that on those 2 blue spots there. Let's plug this thing right in. I mean, look how bright that is. Let's turn the light off so you guys can really get the full effect. Ho! Ho! It looks almost like lava by itself. I mean, that is crazy, crazy. And I'm like, oh, this is... I mean, look at the difference. Here's the one that I lit up already. And you can see it almost looks like it's off in comparison. Here's the lame white one that I bought. And this is like no comparison at all. I mean, it looks like almost like it's lava already. He's got lava coming out of his hands. I mean, that looks so cool. And behind the clear plastic, I mean, that just lights it up. No problemo. Very cool. So I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm working on another set of them, which uses this styling right here that has this big wire piece connecting them in the middle. And then, oh, my light's still on even. There's my lights off. I still have my light on. It's still pretty bright. And then I'm going to run 2 on each side, super bright. That's going to go behind the screw holes all the way down to light up the lava. So I'm pretty excited about the new bright. And what's cool about this is I bought 3 of these battery packs. So I'm going to use one of these for my fort for Rio Blast that I'm working on instead of using those little lights, battery powers I'm using now, which would totally make those lights just totally shine. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hey, Jinx Caliber, thanks for joining me. Jinxie! Anyway, so you can see how bright that is, but that's not all I've been up to. I've also thought about the lava itself. And so I bought these right here. And let me turn off the light again because I don't want it too bright in here while I show you these. And then let me get my black light here. And this thing actually glows red. Ooh, look at that. Red glowing. Hey, Jonathan, thanks for joining us. Delaxorian, thanks for being here. Charles, thanks for being here. And I'm like, well, that would be cool because I could print the lava in this red glow and then put the lights behind it, light it up, and then poof, it'll be glowing on top of it. The only problem is this material, when it's not glowing, as you may have seen, it's actually white. And it's like, oh, so close. Because, I mean, basically your lava flow looked like just white until it was dark. Then you'd see the red glow, which is cool, but not the greatest. So I found this other one, which is red in the daylight. And where is my black light? You know, I always misplace that thing. There it is. Now, there's not a lot of spots on here to make it glow, but there's a little hole right here. Let me go and glow it right here and lighten it up. And you can see it glows for just a split second. It's really annoying because the glow does not last very long. Burb. You know what? I'm going to grab a black light bulb. Hold on a second. Hold up. Oh, I can't quite reach it. I knocked off my shroud. Okay. Here's a black light bulb. This should hopefully do some little more damage than that little light. Let me put my shroud back on. Under my light so I don't blind myself every time I turn this on. Let me go and take this light bulb out. Look at this cool light bulb I use for my lighting. Brr, brr, brr. Brr, brr, brr. Now let's stick the black light in there instead. Ooh. All right, turn this off. And let's just go ahead and shine that right up there. See if we can't charge this thing up a little bit. Charging. Yeah, not very much glowing power. But here's what I found out though. If I take... Okay, let me turn this one off. Yep. Let me turn off the red or the white glowing one. I mean, it looks cool. It just doesn't cast much light. Oh. And let's plug in the Mondo Bright Power one. I can get this all untangled. Don't get tangled, man. Oh, it's getting more tangled. All right, now I got to figure out what I got going on here. What's going on here? There we go. Got it untangled. I'll just throw this on top up here. Plug in my light source. Watch out, you're only blinded. Work. Oh, bright light. And let's go ahead and put this all over that small little area where the glow is. Let's bring the camera a little closer. Boop. All right. Now let's go and kill the power. And you can see it's actually glowing better than the black light was. And this got me thinking. It's like, okay, because you can see there's the non-glowing side. There's the glowing side. So if I was to make it out of this, boom, 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 and then I was to take and put those lights inside of it, then I could hit the lights super bright on both sides of it. It can just charge the whole thing up. And bada bing, bada boom, this can glow then for a lot longer. All right, I'm gonna try one more experiment. You guys can stay here and watch my super cool bright lights. I'm gonna go grab, oh, it's so bright. I'm gonna go grab a different flashlight and see if the flashlight charges this. Maybe it just doesn't react to black light. Maybe it's the wrong wavelength. Hold on a minute. Oh, tripping on cords. Alright, I am back. Boop, 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 boop. I got my other flashlight here. The flashlight of power. Let's just set it right on there. Let's kill this. And let's see if that light happens to be the cure for my issues. You know what? That's what it is. Black light's not the right wavelength for this. How crazy is that? I figured black light would charge anything, but I guess for this you need regular, ordinary light. Crazy. And see, look, if I use regular, ordinary light on this white one, it still glows, but not nearly as bright as the black light does. I'm going to go and hit just the other side of the black light. So you can see, there's the black light side, and there's the flashlight side. Anyway, so I think I got my solution. So my solution is to print the lava flow in this red glow, mount the lights on the inside, and then get that other moving lights I showed you guys the other day. I got a smaller one on order, and run those on the inside too. And what I was thinking too is I could actually run the lava down under the bridge. Now I'm not going to put lights in the one under the bridge, maybe. I don't know, I might. I'll have to see and wait. But definitely it'd be cool to run that underneath. And then I'll have lava going under the bridge too. And I was thinking kind of cool too. As you can see, this is covered in some white powder. It's my special 3D scan spray. The stupid spray is like a fortune to buy. But I need to respray it because it dissolves on its own. And it's getting to that point. I have to respray it soon. But it's like my scans didn't work. I've already done like 5 scans on it. It's just not working out for me yet. But once I get it scanned in, my goal is to make the lava 2 different pieces. One to replace this. And then one that just butts up right here at the bottom and lines up with what's already there and then continues on. So if you wanted to buy just the bottom plug-in piece, then you would have a lava that would go under your bridge. Now I did think about using this white one because it glows brighter, and then just painting red clear over it after I print my lava. So that's my other thought process too. All right, anyway, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to do. As you guys know, I like to experiment with stuff all the time. I still cannot believe how bright these ended up. It's just hilarious. Oh, it's so bright. And of course, I'm running to 12 volts. Let's turn it down to 9. I think it won't work on 9. Yeah, 9's not enough power to run it right. You got to go back to 12. Just freaked it all out. There we go. So super bright, super amazing, super crazy. It just looks like it's like Wonder Woman's lasso or something. It's just so bizarre. That would be kind of cool. I should maybe make Wonder Woman's lasso out of something like this. That could be kind of cool. Anyway. Thanks, Mike. I think that's all that I got today. It is hot in this room, so I'm going to get out of here. If I do make the lava flow for everybody, though, I'm probably not going to make a bunch of these lights. They are a pain to make. And if something happens and your house burns down because they get too hot, I don't want to be responsible. So I'm not planning on making the lights for people, but I will send you all the directions to make your own lights. But again, I'll have a disclaimer on them saying make and use at your own risk, because I do not want to be responsible if somebody's house ends up burning down. Let's see. Alden, can we do a Masters of the Universe Origins figure review? That's a good idea. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have something else to show you guys. I think I still have some figures unopened. So we will have to check and see. Thanks, Charles. Yep, I try to think of stuff all the time. It's funny, even in different jobs I've had in my life, I've always been the guy who's thought of all the new ideas. So a lot of times in my jobs, I get referred to as the idea guy, which is kind of cool. One time, this guy called me MacGyver. It was funny years ago because I had ideas on how to make stuff work. He goes, "Man, you're just like MacGyver." So it's kind of funny. But nowadays, most people don't even know who MacGyver is hardly anymore. So if I say MacGyver, all the younger people are like, "What? Who? Huh? Come on, Richard Anderson." It was funny. I met a guy the other day whose name was Richard Anderson. And I said, "Hey, do people call you MacGyver?" He goes, no. And I said, "Do you know why?" He goes, no. I said, "Because Richard Anderson's the name of the actor who played MacGyver." He's like, "Oh." I'm like, "Oh, totally wasted. Totally wasted." So now every time I see the guy, I call him MacGyver just to remind him, to kind of rib him. But he's not an idea guy. Thanks, Charles. All right. That is all that I got. So let's plug it in again. It's just so bright. I can't believe it. Ready? Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Let's turn this light off first so you can get the full brightness. Watch Snake Mountain light up in the background. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, the lava. I mean, look how cool that looks. It's just so ominous. Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. It's probably going to take me probably about 3 weeks to finish the lava flow, I'm guessing. So we'll see where I'm at. I might make some more in-work process videos as I go. Again, my original intent was just to show you guys it completed, but like I said, I've had more pitfalls than I planned on, so it's kind of funny. So this is becoming quite the project now, all the pitfalls. You know what? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna have just a little bit more fun. A little more fun. Hold on. Let's just see how hot this gets. All right. What I have is my infrared heat camera, which is always fun to play with. Let me get my phone. I can't see your guys' comments as I turn this on and do this. But let's just see what this light's putting out for fun for heat. Okay, where is my... There it is. Choo-choo-choo. I just updated it, so we'll see what the new update brings. This will be fun. Oh, they added a cloud support. I don't want cloud support. I just want you to work. I want you to work now. I don't want to see. Just get started. Log in or sign up. Skip. Flicker 1. Oh, they got a new device. That's why they got new software. All right, here we go. You could see the heat. See, there's a light bulb I had on before. You can see it's heated up. And there's the new lights. Super heated up. Watch this. I take my hand, put it down here for a minute, and lift it up, and it'll leave spots there. See, I just moved the light out of there, and it just left some heat spots where it used to be. Let's see what the temperature is. Okay. These lights are running at 132 degrees. So there you go. That's the temperature, Fahrenheit. It shows it up there in the corner. 122. Just depends on how them sit for. 127. Anyway, it's so much fun playing with this. Sometimes I'll find myself when it's totally pitch black at night, and I will be shining it around the bedroom, and I could see different things like where the sensor is for for the smoke detector. It's kind of fun. Won't that damage the plastic? Well, you know, at 205 degrees, it starts to get kind of soft and pliable. So I think at 132, it should be okay. But my plan is not to keep it on all the time. So the plan is only to have it on just temporarily when I want to show off or take pictures. Or and then most of the time I'll be using the actual glow-in-the-dark feature. So I'll be using it to charge the glow. But see, you can touch it with your hand, even at 132. It's a little warm. I can feel that it's, you know, a little bit hot in there, especially on the joints. The joints are a little bit hotter than the lights are. So where I soldered it, yep, a little bit hotter there. So I should check the solder joints and see if those are a little bit hotter. It's a little bit hotter now. Whew. All right, let me turn the camera back on. Flicker one. Yep, it's on. Work, work, work. There we go. All right, let's get a close-up on these solder joints. Oh, that's funny. Look, you can see the charger is actually hot too. Oops, oops, stop. My fingers are in the way. I gotta hold this different. There we go. You can see there's the charger right there. And it's running at 110. And there's the actual plug-in right there. You can see the heat's all in the front of it. Oh, now I bumped my camera or something. There we go. So it's kind of a fun little dealy bob. All right, let's go ahead and look at just the splice right here. Yes, the splice is hotter. The splice is running at 160, where the wire is running at 132. So the splice is a little bit hotter, so I'll have to be careful of that. I would just check the plug here and see what it's running at. Woo! Yep, the plug's running at about 150. So yeah, you're right. I need to be careful because obviously I don't want to burn my house down either. Anyway, let me go back to you guys' comments. Now that we've had fun playing with infrared heat. So I'll have to keep an eye on it, make sure it does not destroy anything. And remember, like I said, when I boil water and put stuff in it, I keep it at 205 degrees. So that is less than my water boiling. But you're right. After prolonged exposure, it could be bad. All right, let's go ahead and kill them. Oof, my eyes feel so much better already. It's just so bright. Yes, my wife would not like if I burnt the house down. That would be bad. Thanks, Charles. Yep, I like them. All I have is my black light still. Whenever we take that out of here. So I could turn my light back on. Boop, boop, boop. This is the Mattel version of the Filmation Skeletor. I like the Mattel version better than the Super 7 one for a couple reasons. The major reason is because the hands. The hands look correct, where the other hands are kind of fat and chubby looking and don't have the right shape to them. You'll see if you ever have one. And the body's not super shiny like the Super 7 one. And I'm bummed because I used the Super 7 one to make my 2000X Skeletor. So I found another one online, and this one here I bought used, opened, and I'm planning on turning him into my 2000X Skeletor. All right, I think that's it. I am tired. I am hot and sweaty in this room. So I will talk to you guys next video. Good journey, everybody.